Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dhwani from Storyscape Studio and I'm back this week with a very special episode. So this episode in the short story series by Storyscape Studio is actually a Raksha Bandhan special episode. So as we all know, tomorrow is Raksha Bandhan, which is traditionally a festival celebrated for all the brothers and sisters in India. But have you guys ever wondered why we celebrate this festival? There are many stories behind each festival that we celebrate in India. So this episode is going to be all about that. I'm going to tell you very few interesting stories behind this festival. So without wasting any time, let's move on into the video. So guys, Raksha Bandhan is traditionally a brother-sister festival, but in our culture, there are many instances where we find women tying rakhis or sacred threads to men and expect protection from them. There is no single story behind the festival of Raksha Bandhan. There are many stories, both in history as well as mythology. So I'm going to be telling you the most famous stories from around India behind this festival of Raksha Bandhan. So let's move on to story number 1. So we all have heard about the famous Alexander and how he was stopped at the Indian subcontinent by King Porus, right? But do you know the very first instances of Rakhi tying actually happened over there on that battlefield? So it is said that fearing the death of her husband, Alexander's wife actually approached Porus and tied a sacred thread on his wrist, or you can signify that sacred thread to be as a rakhi on Porus's wrist. And in return, Porus promised her that he will not harm her husband. Legend has it that during the battle, when Porus at some point lifted his hand to give Alexander a fatal blow, he saw the rakhi on his hand that was tied by Alexander's wife. And that is when he stopped himself from killing Alexander, thus fulfilling his promise to Alexander's wife to not kill Alexander during the battle. Now, story number 2. Another famous Rakhi story is that of Rani Karmavati of Chittor. Fearing an invasion from the Sultan of Gujarat, Bahadur Shah, Rani Karmavati sent a Rakhi and a letter to Humayun, the Mughal emperor during that time. In the letter, she requested Humayun to save her and her kingdom and her family from the invasion of Bahadur Shah. Humayun was moved by the letter and he immediately dropped his military campaign in Bengal and rushed to help her and her family. Unfortunately, he did not reach in time to save her or her kingdom from Bahadur Shah. She and the women of the kingdom had preferred to immolate themselves instead of falling in hands of Bahadur Shah. Though Humayun was a little late to protect Rani Karmavati, he nonetheless fulfilled the promise by defeating Bahadur Shah and crowning Rani Karmavati's son as the next king. But since then, women took it as a practice to tie rakhi or tie a sacred thread on the wrist of their brothers to seek protection from them. Moving on to story number 3. The origin of Raksha Bandhan can also be traced back to mythological times. In a story, Lord Vishnu, pleased with one of his biggest devotees and disciples, King Bali, promised him that he would protect his kingdom from coming to any harm. He himself would guard Bali's kingdom, and hence Vishnu left his own abode in Vaikunth and went to protect the kingdom of King Bali. Meanwhile, goddess Lakshmi wanted her lord back with her in Vaikunth. She went to Bali disguised as a Brahmin and sought refuge in his kingdom while telling him that her husband had gone for a long time to run some errand. Then on Shravan Purnima, she tied a sacred thread or rakhi on King Bali's wrist for his well-being. In return, King Bali promised her one boon, anything that she wanted, and the goddess asked him to return her husband. King Bali was confused. That's when goddess Lakshmi revealed herself and told him the entire situation. King Bali was overcome with guilt and he requested Lord Vishnu to go back to his abode in Vaikunth. But Lord Vishnu couldn't do that. He had promised Bali that he would protect his kingdom. To resolve this particular dilemma, it was decided that Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu would take turns to protect Bali's kingdom for 4 months each year. And that is how King Bali fulfilled his promise to his sister, Goddess Lakshmi, and Lord Vishnu returned with Goddess Lakshmi to his own abode in Vaikuntha. Moving on to story number 4. So even in the Mahabharata, there is a story related to Raksha Bandhan. After the Rajasuya Yagna, a big yagna where Yudhishthir, who was the eldest of the Pandav brothers, was declared as the king of the entire country. After the Rajasuya Yagna, Krishna killed Shishupal. If you guys remember my previous videos, Shishupal was none other than Jai, one of the doorkeepers of Vishnu's Vaikuntha. So after killing Shishupal, after the Rajasuya Yagna, Krishna was left with a bleeding finger and a bleeding wrist. Seeing this, Draupadi, who was the wife of the Pandavas, rushed to Krishna, tore a strip from her sari and tied it around his wrist and his finger to stop the flowing of the blood. Touched by this gesture, Krishna promised Draupadi that he would one day return the favor by protecting her. And that favor was returned by Krishna to Draupadi during the Dyut Sabha. Krishna saved Draupadi from the Chirharan or the Vastraharan during the Dyut Sabha, and thus protecting her honor and herself from everybody in the Sabha. And now moving on to the last story, story number 5. So it is also said that Lord Yam and his sister Yamuna also celebrate Raksha Bandhan. Yamuna tied a sacred thread or Rakhi on her brother Lord Yam's wrist and bestowed him with immortality. Since then, Yam promised that whoever gets a Rakhi tied by his sister and vows to protect her will also become immortal. If not physically, then definitely through memories and emotionally as well. And since then, this festival is celebrated by brothers and sisters, where sisters tie a Rakhi or a sacred thread on the wrist of their brothers. The brothers vow to protect their sisters, and both of them celebrate this festival with sweets and lots of love. Over the years, this festival is also modified, where the brothers not only vow to protect their sisters but also give them various gifts. So time for a little fun fact again. So did you guys know that Rakhi was also used as a social device by Rabindranath Tagore? The famous poet and freedom fighter suggested the custom of Rakhi to be celebrated to strengthen the bond between Hindus and Muslims of the country during the freedom struggle. And hence, even today, the festival goes beyond the line of religion all over India. So that's it for this time, guys. I hope you guys like the various stories. These are just one of the many stories behind this festival of Raksha Bandhan. So I'll be back this week itself to continue with the Dashavatar series. So please do watch out this space to know about the next avatar of Vishnu, and let me know if you guys knew about all of these stories that I mentioned about Raksha Bandhan, and if you have any other famous story to share. Do like, comment and share this video with your friends and family. Do subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to not miss any of my updates. Also follow me on Instagram under the name of storyscape_studio. So happy Raksha Bandhan to everyone out there. I hope you have a great day with your brother and sister. But please do stay safe and stay tuned. I'll be seeing you guys very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.